I learned about Ariel Ministries from Mr. Papaya. So my husband and I were organic farmers, and we did a farmer's market at a timeshare in a place in Hawaii, a hotel in Hawaii. And this gentleman had been coming for years, and we called him Mr. Papaya because he would wipe us out of all of our papayas every week. So, but one year, Mr. Papaya showed up, and I recognized him for the first time as Dr. Fruitenbaum. And I had become a believer about a year before that and read Footsteps of the Messiah about 6 months after I became a believer. And then 6 months later is when I recognized Mr. Papaya as Dr. Fruitenbaum. And so from that, a friendship developed with him and his wife. And then he started coming to my church to teach. And that's where I learned about Camp Shoshanah, was through Dr. Fruitenbaum. I help out sometimes with translations when there's interviews. Then they'll send it to me and I transcribe it. But other than that, I'm really just a student and a fruit fly, as they call them. So the mission of Ariel is really just to the Jews first and to the Gentiles. It's to teach the scriptures from a Jewish perspective, and it was from that scriptures opened up to me in a way I had no idea was out there. I had always just thought of the Bible as these random stories, and to learn about Scripture from the first century Jewish perspective, learning the idioms and the the figures of speech and the play on words, and the Bible just came alive in a way I did not know. And so from that, my passion for the Jewish ministries and and bringing that Jewish perspective to other people has just become a passion. And I taught two Bible studies, women's Bible studies in the town that I was living at the time before we moved. So it's it's just an amazing opening, to really just understand, what God was actually saying and how He meant it and what He meant for us to learn. So for me, I haven't gone out and to single out Jews for evangelism. So we just do it through our church to everybody. And when I started teaching Bible study from Ariel Ministries works, Bible study just became more full. People started coming, and it just became. And then I had to open up another Bible study so that more people could join. And for me, it's been more about the Gentile teachings, and because so many of us had no clue what about the Jewish perspective of the Bible, and it had always been the Jews, as Dr. Fruitenbaum calls it, the Jews' God. That's how. I mean, the Gentiles' God has been Jesus, and I had no idea. And so for me, it was just about teaching other believers about the Jewish roots of our faith. So one of the main things that I recommend is just coming to Camp Shoshanah, because when we always kind of joke around here that it is about, this is a little piece of heaven, because you can sit down at dinner and you're there. It's like the United Nations. You've got people from India and Liberia and Czechoslovakia and all of these places, Japan and all these places. And yes, we have our cultural differences, but it's not, secular society is trying to divide us by these things, and it brings us together here because we have the commonality of our love and our love for our Messiah, and it brings us all together here. And it's one of the most amazing aspects of camp, is to have that fellowship with believers from all over the world with all kinds of different cultures, but yet we have that commonality. The teaching here is rock solid, and it is not a fluffy Bible camp. This is theological school in a way. It's a deep, deep understanding of the Bible that we get. So camp is such an amazing place to come, but also just getting the materials, even the free materials online, the come and see stuff, is worth going through, just to expound on what you've already know about the Bible and just to learn more deeply. It's just an amazing ministry left and right. I've come every year for 5 years, and the reason is there is a 5-year curriculum. So I wanted to. I'm a little OCD, and I like to get my certificate at the end of the 5 years. But really, truly, the reason I come for 5 years is it's my refreshment. It's my feeding, my deep feeding that I get. It's my time to refresh and really put the rest of the world out of the way and just be able to concentrate on Bible study for those 3 weeks that I'm here.
Okay.
The staff here is amazing. We have kids who run the kitchen, and it's amazing to watch them grow over the 5 years that I have been here, to see them take on more responsibilities and to come into their adulthood in a sense through wanting to take on more and more of the camp. But the staff is awesome. The staff is family, and it's just, yeah, you don't know the difference between a staff member and a camp member. We're just, it's all one big happy family.
Hi, I'm Pastor Chuck Reish. I'm the executive producer at Horizon Media Studios. It's a 501c3 media ministry, and what we're doing is helping other ministries tell their story. Homeless shelters and children's homes, Bible colleges, seminaries, mission sending agencies. With your help, we can continue to help tell their story, to inspire the world, to shine their light, and let God get the glory for the work that's being done in advancing the kingdom of Jesus Christ. Thanks again for praying for us.